Celebration of Service, Clymer Central School, 2026. Sabrina Pierce, 25 years. Sabrina Pierce is someone who leads with her heart. She is the kind of person who makes a community feel like home. She is caring and organized, always the first to step in and help, while doing everything with a smile. She cares deeply about the people around her and puts that care into action through her involvement and volunteer work. Sabrina brings warmth and purpose wherever she goes. She is the kind of person who remembers the little things, like leaving little treats on my desk during Teacher Appreciation Week. And she is grounded in her values. Her love for our school and community shines through in the time she gives and the way she stays involved, like the bag of pom-poms I have at my house because she didn't want to throw them away. Sabrina is always willing to roll up her sleeves and tackle any project that benefits our school, students, and community. She is such a positive influence on the people around her. She motivates, encourages, believes, and supports her family and friends, students and staff, co-workers, and veterans. She is such a huge advocate for the American Legion and the VFW. She is a proud American, mother, wife, friend, co-worker, and human. Sabrina brings joy to the things she does and always has a good time doing them, like dancing to the music during decorating the arches and practicing for karaoke for our juniors.
After 25 years, I have a couple of fondest, funniest memories. A lot of times on a Friday, Jen Nickerson and I would go to lunch. In the wintertime, we didn't want to walk down to Neckers one day, so I was like, let's drive. I can't find my keys. So we walked out to my van, and here my van had been running for 5 hours. And that wasn't the first time I did that. So that was my third time that I had left my van running in the parking lot. Then I would have to say the old elementary library. Yes, I know I say that word wrong. I have a lot of memories in there, now called the Helm. Now all the people that I used to eat lunch with, they are all retired and gone. But we used to sit around the tables at COVID time, and we had one special day that was pretty memorable. But I would definitely say a lot of memories in there. There's been a lot of people that have came and gone that I've had a lot of great memories with. I had all 4 of my children while working here. Katniss, I think, saw me every time I came back from maternity leave, and she knew when I was coming back because I walked through the halls and I bawled my eyes out every time I came back after having a child. But I don't know, I probably could go on with so many, memories, but it's been really great working here at Clymer Central School. I have enjoyed my time, and thank you. Is a hot dog a sandwich? Well, no, I don't believe a hot dog is a sandwich. I prefer not to eat a hot dog on bread, so I like my hot dog cut up with shredded cheese, so I don't believe it's a sandwich, and if I do eat it, I prefer it in a hot dog bun, even though at the Pierce house, a lot of times we don't have hot dog buns, so they have to eat it on a sandwich, so they would consider maybe it's a sandwich, but I don't think it's a sandwich. It's a hot dog.
Dan White, 20 years. Dan White has devoted countless hours to our students and athletes over the past 20 years, coaching 3 sports each year, along with teaching, and now being athletic director, he has poured countless hours into CCS and the students here. For Dan, it's not just about putting in time. He builds connections and relationships with the students and stays connected even after graduation. Whether it's golfing, fishing, hunting, lifting, or eating out, you never know where you might find Dan hanging out with past students and encouraging them to stay active and involved.
My fondest memory, or funniest memory at CCS, it is meeting all the students that I've taught throughout my 20 years of teaching here, seeing them out in public and meeting them and having them just thank me for teaching them how to be responsible, how to be respectful in the community and through the sports that I've coached them in, and also meeting all the teachers throughout my 20 years here. I've gone through a lot of teachers that have retired and new teachers that have come and gone, and just building those memories for a lifetime is going to be awesome for me to be a part of, and I just enjoyed that the most. Is a hot dog a sandwich, and why? Well, for me, I think hot dog is a sandwich. Hot dog is in between two pieces of bread or a bun. You add condiments to it, like ketchup, relish, onions, whatever you'd like, pickles. So that's why I think a hot dog is a sandwich.
Heather Garay, 20 years. For 20 years, Heather Garay has done so much more than teach. She has inspired, encouraged, valued, and cared deeply for every student lucky enough to be in her classroom. Students young and old come in for a hug, a chat, or just a quick hello. Her love, patience, understanding, and passion have made a lasting difference in so many lives. I am thankful for her fun and engaging lessons, unwavering support, dedication to children, and the love she pours into her work every single day. Years later, students may forget the lesson plans, but they will never forget the teacher who loved them, believed in them, supported them, and helped shape who they are. She is truly wonderful, and her impact on the students will never be forgotten.
My fondest memory at Clymer Central School is having the opportunity to teach my own children, Kason and Lennox. And a general memory is growing relationships with my students, past and present, as well as learning and growing with their families. A hot dog is a sandwich, yes, because anything that you add bread to and can add toppings on is considered a sandwich. So yes, a hot dog is a sandwich.
Sherry Mayotte, 20 years. Sherry Mayotte is the kind of educator who doesn't just teach art. She discovers talent in students that they never knew they had. Her high expectations are always matched by her immense dedication, whether she is arriving early, staying late, or opening her classroom as a safe haven during preps and lunches. That unwavering commitment is exactly why her students consistently rise to the occasion, creating phenomenal award-winning pieces displayed everywhere from local art shows to the Capitol building. Every single Monday, you can feel her genuine excitement just waiting to see how the pottery turned out in the kiln over the weekend. That infectious joy is the same energy she brings to planning proms, leading senior trips, and guiding students on unforgettable journeys from Puerto Rico to Europe. Sherry keeps in touch with her alumni for years, celebrating with pure pride as they become graphic designers, art therapists, and studio owners. She is the heart of our creative community, and we are so grateful for the world she opens up for our students.
One of my favorite CCS memories with colleagues is our surprise winter horse and wagon ride around the town with Elaine Cafflish, singing Christmas carols and stopping by all her favorite places. My opinion is that a hot dog is a hot dog. My sandwiches are made from 2 pieces of bread, a filling, and condiments.
Sarah Rodke, 15 years. Sarah Rodke is passionate about her students' success. She encourages her students to achieve beyond what they thought they were capable of doing. Sarah is kind and thoughtful. She is patient and level-headed when difficult behaviors occur in the classroom. She is a reflective teacher who seeks to find effective ways to reach even the most challenging student needs. Sarah is a true asset to the Clymer family.
Okay, I have many funny stories, hard to choose from. My top 2 would be I almost ran over a bank robber, and I had a student tell me they were concentrating but said constipated instead. Is a hot dog a sandwich? I think if it's in a bun or on bread, yes.
Connie Akins, 10 years. Connie Akins is deeply dedicated to her work and takes great pride in her bus and the area around it. Her bus is always clean inside and out. The seatbelts are buckled and straightened on each seat, and the mirrors and windows are kept clear so she can safely transport the students in her care. Connie truly cares about her passengers and their safety. She does not hesitate to ask questions when needed to ensure safe transportation, and she helps her students learn how to respond in emergencies. Because Connie took those drills seriously, 2 of her students knew exactly what to do one dark winter morning when she honked the horn. By staying where they were instead of crossing the road after the bus's red lights came on, they avoided being struck by a large semi-truck. Thank you, Connie, for everything you do and for the care, dedication, and safety you bring to your work each day.
I can't think of a favorite memory from driving, although there's lots. But some of my best memories are from the stillness of the mornings. When the kids get on, they are still waking up and getting ready for the day. And they are more relaxed, and I believe more themselves than they are when they've had all the social pressures and the activity of their peers all day long. Mornings are usually very pretty as well. It doesn't matter what time of year it is, not really. The snow in the winter sticks to the trees in the woods that I drive through. And in the spring, everything is coming to life. And sunrises are beautiful. Looking out my large windshield, and it is huge. It is a really big window, and it is always pretty. I like the routine, and I guess that's what I would say are my favorite things. So I think that a hot dog is a sandwich. In my mind it is, because when I want a hot dog, I want it in a bun with ketchup and mustard and relish and onions, and I think of that as a sandwich.
Mel Battaglia, 10 years. Mel Battaglia is a great addition to the cafeteria staff. Thank you for sharing your culinary and food service knowledge with our school. I don't have to worry about our meal program on the days that I am not working at the school. Mel is an essential part of the food truck program, and her assistance in the activity period far exceeds her culinary talents. Thank you, Mel, for all your hard work all these years and for all the coffee mugs.
So I would say I have more than one memory that is awesome, that has given me longevity here at CCS. One is working with my work bestie, Sue Watrous. We collaborate on everything, and she has been so supportive since day one. We love working on the school's food truck together, and I love that on the days she's at Sherman, she totally trusts me to run the cafeteria program, and she's just such an asset to our school and our lunch program. So I really love working with her. It's also been amazing to be here for my kids, to see them through school, whether it's, taking them home if they're sick or just supporting them if they're struggling. To see them grow has been so important to me. Also, I'd like to add that I've been a TA with Cheryl Mayotte this year, and it's been so fun. And I love that she has taught me a new hobby, which is throwing clay on the wheel. And she is also such an asset to this school and such a great teacher. I'm really going to miss her, and I wish her all the best in her retirement. So is a hot dog a sandwich? I would say no, it's not a sandwich. It's made from scraps, so it's a scrap-wich.
Tim Johnson, 5 years. The best part about working with Tim is his enthusiasm for science and teaching. His mind is always racing towards a solution or improvement. He willingly shares his ideas and leads by example when implementing contemporary methods of teaching. Tim was instrumental in spearheading our advanced science program and has offered several JCC courses for college credit. Students benefit from his vast knowledge and experience. They like to accuse him of being too smart. Don't change, Tim. We can all learn a thing or two from you. And yet he commands respect while remaining grounded and easy to approach. I have enjoyed working with Tim these last 5 years. We have shared countless laughs and collaborated in many brainstorming sessions. Thank you, Tim, for your contributions to our school and dedication to our students. You deserve this recognition and then some.
My fondest memories here at Clymer Central School is every year watching the kids as they're walking across the stage when just a few weeks ago they were in the classroom. Some of the greatest philosophical debates of the 21st century have been occurring. We've had, is water wet? And obviously it is, because water can stick to itself as well as stick to other things. Now also we have the question, is a hot dog a sandwich? It all depends. Is the hot dog inside a bun? If it's inside a bun, it's a sandwich, but the hot dog alone is not a sandwich.
Jeff Bemis, 5 years. Jeff is very patient with the students and learns each student's likes, dislikes, and habits, and develops a good rapport with each student. He works hard to make things as easy as possible for each one of them and makes their experience on the bus enjoyable. Jeff is a very capable driver in all situations that we have encountered. He is aware of traffic, conscientious at all times while driving, and is patient with other drivers. The students and myself are always safe with Jeff behind the wheel.
My fondest memory of Clymer Central School would be in 1974, the year that I graduated. A hot dog is not a sandwich. The hot dog has a realm all of its own. It's just a wiener between a bun.
Stephanie Leak, 5 years. When I started working in Clymer, Stephanie had only been here for a few weeks, but you wouldn't know it. Judging by how well she understood the district and the confidence she demonstrated in her role, I would have guessed that she had been here for years. Since then, I have seen Stephanie take on many new challenges with the same confidence and the same drive to get things done and to get them done right. Each year, she does more to show what a valuable resource she is, this event included. I have also come to appreciate that no detail goes unnoticed with Stephanie. She is good at celebrating small things. If I ever pull something out of the closet I don't usually wear, or if my clothes are a little different than normal, I am always greeted the second I walk in the door with, "Hey, I like those. Are they new?"
In just 5 short years, I've accumulated many fond memories of CCS. The ones that stand out the most center on the camaraderie here, such as office birthday celebrations, the Christmas gift exchanges, and of course the group Halloween contest. But I have to say, the fondest one by far has to be the fashion show on the stairs at the mansion at the 2025 after holiday party. I'm going to take a stance that a hot dog is not a sandwich. It is what it is. It's a hot dog. Just as a hamburger is a hamburger, a hoagie is a hoagie, and a calzone is a calzone. Has potential to have a bun put around it, but it's still just a hot dog.
Jarrett Wiggers, 5 years. Jarrett Wiggers is one of those rare colleagues who is consistently dependable, conscientious, and willing to help whenever needed. No matter how busy things get, he approaches his work with care, professionalism, and a steady commitment to doing things the right way. Jarrett has become a trusted friend in the workplace that I can turn to for advice, support, or comic relief. His sense of humor, thoughtful perspective, and unwavering reliability make even the busiest days more manageable. Our district is stronger because of the dedication and integrity Jarrett brings to his work. And our office is brighter because of the joy his family brings when they stop by at the end of the school day, a reminder to all of us why we do what we do.
My favorite CCS memory so far is the first after holiday party that we had. It was a lot of fun to celebrate each other's efforts and connect outside of the work environment. A hot dog is definitely not a sandwich because sandwiches don't taste better at the ballpark or on the golf course.
Rachel Tanner, 5 years. Rachel Tanner is the kind of person who has a positive impact on our school every single day. She is always supportive, approachable, and willing to lend a hand whenever someone needs help. She brings such a positive attitude to each day, and the care she shows for both students and coworkers does not go unnoticed. What stands out the most about Rachel is the energy and creativity she brings to teaching every day. She has a fun, playful personality that students are naturally drawn to, and she finds ways to make learning exciting and engaging. Her classroom is filled with positivity, laughter, and meaningful experiences that students will remember long after they leave her class. She has a special way of connecting with kids and making school a place where they want to be. One thing I'll always appreciate about Rachel is how approachable she is. She is someone people feel very comfortable going to, whether they need advice, support, or a listening ear. She creates a welcoming environment for both students and staff, and her kindness and care for others help make our school community the wonderful place it is.
So one of the most memorable moments I have from teaching at Clymer is starting in January in 2nd grade and finding out that I was responsible for planning a tradition field trip to the Little Red Schoolhouse. And a part of that was to order a porta potty, which was not something I ever predicted doing in my teaching career. But I must say that the Little Red Schoolhouse has become one of my favorite field trips to go on. I would say that a hot dog is not a sandwich, but a component of a sandwich because it is the lunch meat or an ingredient inside of the sandwich.
Janess Lecters, 5 years. Janess Lecters inspires and encourages those around her on a weekly basis. She always has a kind word to share when you pass her in the hall and genuinely checks in on how you are doing and life events she knows about. Janess's excitement and commitment to Clymer hasn't changed either. She once shared that in an interview with a prior administrator, they encouraged her to develop some community involvement, and Janess has thoroughly demonstrated how sincerely she took that advice to heart. She actively leads in the PTSO, Tulip Festival, Little League, Shack, 5 and 2 program, and the list goes on. Janess pours into her students and community because of her genuine love for them. Clymer Central staff and students alike, along with our community, are blessed to have her.
My fondest CCS memory would basically be every single day showing up for the students and for my coworkers and just trying to have a good time, bring smiles to everybody's faces. But the funniest CCS memory is when Mrs. Whitney, Mr. Shrout, and myself wrapped Mr. Sard's room up in Christmas wrapping paper around the holidays. And then I hid in the room, and everybody walked him into his room, and his reaction was hysterical. He couldn't believe that we did that just for him. So that would be my funniest memory from CCS. Is a hot dog a sandwich? Absolutely not. A sandwich consists of meat that is between either 2 slices of bread or a round bun, and it is put together so that you have the meat, you have the lettuce, you have the tomato, you have all the accoutrements that you need. A hot dog, you're going to put chili on and cheese and onions and all that jazz. That does not make a sandwich.
Missy Wasink, 5 years. Missy Wasink is one of those special people who is always willing to go above and beyond to lend a hand. In addition to doing her regular job of assisting teachers throughout the building with students ranging from kindergarten to high school, she has been known to voluntarily welcome some more challenging student personalities into her study hall. Missy also enthusiastically shares her love of reading with the students, even organizing a reading group during our activity period this year. Missy has gone above and beyond by being a vital part in helping during Spirit Week and Homecoming. There aren't very many people who choose to spend their Friday evening supporting students in decorating a float for the parade, then show up again on Saturday evening to chaperone the dance. We are very lucky to have people like Missy who go the extra mile to help our students be successful and create memories both inside and out of the classroom. Missy's favorite memory is when some of the current junior girls wrote about her being their role model. And in her opinion, hot dogs are not sandwiches. They are their own unique sandwich. Nate Nickerson, 5 years. Nate is an outstanding bus driver and an even better person. He looks out for student safety and makes the well-being of the students on his bus his top priority. Nate is always willing to lend a hand whenever needed. He takes pride in his work, and it shows in the way he maintains his bus and equipment with great attention to detail. Everything is always organized and in order, reflecting the professionalism he brings to his role each day. Nate is an asset to Clymer Central School and represents our district with integrity, dedication, and genuine care for others, both in his work and in his everyday life.
My fondest CCS memory was when I first started driving school bus. There was a mask mandate during COVID year. Drove for 3 months without ever seeing the kids' faces. Then once they lifted the mask mandate, the very first day, watching the kids' smiles on the bus and seeing them for the first time, that's a memory I'll never forget. I think a hot dog is only a sandwich if it's in between 2 slices of bread. If it's in a bun, it's not a sandwich. It's just kind of the same rule goes as a sub. It's not a sandwich if it's in a sub roll. It is just a sub at that point. So I think a hot dog's the same way. Unless it's in bread, it's just a hot dog.
Robert Slava, 5 years. Robert Slava, better known as Slava, is well known throughout Clymer Central School for his genuine care for his students and his unwavering dedication to his work each day. He is sincere, hardworking, and serves as a positive role model for all of his students. Slava consistently shows up with a willingness to help and support others in any way he can. I will never forget the time I mentioned that I was struggling with allergies in my classroom. The very next day, Slava had his students bring plants into my room to help improve the air quality and filtration. His thoughtfulness and kindness truly reflect the type of person and educator he is. Robert Slava genuinely has the best interests of both his students and coworkers at heart. Whether he is fixing shelves and desks for colleagues or simply finding ways to lift someone's spirits, Slava is always looking for opportunities to help others and make a positive impact on those around him.
My fondest CCS memory will probably always be having a great mechanically minded class early in my career that set the standard of high quality, respect, sound work that all my other classes will be measured by. The USDA considers a sandwich anything with 35% meat and no more than 50% bread, but I know what a hot dog's made of, so it might be a sandwich, but probably not food.
Danielle Anderson, tenure. From the moment she started at Clymer, Danielle jumped right into action, building relationships, making herself available to help teachers and staff however possible, and creating a library page that is easily accessible for students and staff. She has always been a friendly face with whom to chat and bounce ideas off of. She is down to earth, flexible, and always willing to help. One of my favorite events, not only as a staff member but as a parent, was the Battle of the Books at Chautauqua Institution. With Mrs. Anderson as their leader, a group of 5th grade girls went to compete against multiple schools in our area and had so much fun. It was definitely a highlight from that year. Whether going out of her way to find books for my students or just having a good laugh with me in the hallways, Danielle has always been a wonderful colleague here at Clymer.
The most valuable thing I have learned at CCS so far is the value of relationships. I've seen the difference between working together and going it alone. I've learned behaviors improve and patience increases when relationships are formed. We actually work with some really amazing people and teach some really great kids. If we collaborated more, spent more time together, and shared our giftings, there would be no limit to the impact we could make on this world. And it all starts with relationships. I asked Gemini, is a hot dog a sandwich? AI answered, depending on who you ask, this question either has a simple anatomical answer or threatens to tear the fabric of society apart. Merriam-Webster firmly states that a hot dog is a sandwich, defining a sandwich as 2 or more slices of bread or a split roll having a filling in between. The USDA legally classifies a hot dog as an open-faced or closed sandwich. At our house, my husband states we are having hot dog sandwiches when we have hot dogs for dinner. So I would lean toward yes, a hot dog is a sandwich. But AI also suggested that a hot dog is a taco because it has starch on the bottom and 2 sides. So I think I'm changing my answer to is a hot dog a sandwich to no, a hot dog is not a sandwich. A hot dog is a taco.
Tim Johnson, tenure.
What I've learned teaching here at Clymer Central School over the last several years is that teaching here is like teaching your family.
This year's retirees. Gordy has always been there to lend a helping hand from May Day setup to mowing the baseball fields, painting lines in the football field, rewiring new light fixtures, and taking such pride in the shiny floors every September before they scuff them up in a week's time. There is no one who can get a wooden door wedge unstuck from a toilet better than this guy. Best wishes on your retirement, and take that camper on the road exploring someplace new in our country. Thank you for your unique sense of humor and being a good friend through the years. Thank you, Gordon Hodge. Thank you, Sherry Mayo.
Teaching asks a lot of us, so it helps to anchor ourselves in simple, steady principles. Live beneath your means, return everything you borrow, and don't blame others when things get tough. Admit it when you make a mistake, and do something nice, then try not to get caught. Listen more and talk less. Be on time and don't make excuses. Protect your energy by taking time to be alone, staying humble, learning from the past, planning for the future, and still choosing to live fully in the present. And remember, every morning we wake up with 2 gifts, a chance and a choice. How we use them shapes not only our classrooms, but the people we become.
Inspiration isn't something that happens by accident. It is a deliberate daily choice. It is the decision to show up with boundless energy, unwavering empathy, and a belief in our students that often outlasts their belief in themselves. Today, we celebrate 3 extraordinary individuals who don't just do their job, they change the trajectory of lives.
The most inspiring elementary teacher of 2026 is Mrs. Janess Lecters. At the elementary level, inspiration looks like patience, magic, and foundational love. It's about turning a classroom into a safe harbor where mistakes are celebrated as progress and curiosity is given room to run wild. Our elementary teacher of the year doesn't just teach the basics, she builds the confidence that students will carry with them for the rest of their lives. Mrs. Lecters doesn't just inspire in the classroom, she also shines outside of the classroom and pours herself out for the students, our faculty and staff, and our community. Thank you for being so dedicated and serving us all so well. You are truly an inspiration.
The most inspiring high school teacher of 2026 is Mrs. Chantel Phelps. In high school, inspiration means being a steady anchor during years of immense transition. It's about meeting young adults exactly where they are, challenging them to think critically, and helping them discover who they want to be. Our high school teacher of the year blends rigorous expectations with radical empathy, opening doors to the future and proving to our students that their voices truly matter. Mrs. Phelps' enthusiasm and outside-the-box thinking inspires others to work hard to succeed. Thank you for working so hard to make math and being here at school fun for everyone.
The most inspiring school-related professional of 2026, Nicole Damcott. Inspiration doesn't only happen at the whiteboard. It lives in our hallways, our front offices, our cafeterias, and our school buses. School-related professionals are the culture builders who keep our wheels turning and ensure every child feels seen. Our school-related professional of the year has a timely word of encouragement, dedication behind the scenes, and is the living proof that it takes an entire village to raise a child. Nicole inspires us by consistently going above and beyond to support the emotional well-being and success of every child she works with. She creates a safe, welcoming environment where students feel heard, valued, and understood, often serving as a trusted source of encouragement during difficult moments. Nicole has an innate ability to see beyond the surface of a student's situation to address the deep-rooted cause of their emotional struggles. Thank you, Nicole, for working closely with our students to help them develop confidence, accountability, problem-solving skills, emotional regulation, and positive coping strategies that support both their personal and academic growth. Our school is a better place because of you.
To each of our honorees for leading by example and contributing to our team's success on a regular basis, we want to say thank you. Dedicated employees like you are the foundation of any successful organization, and we are so grateful for your efforts over the years as you realize this milestone.